sponsored by ART and promoted by Frank Warren for Sports Network in association with Stephen Vaughan. On Sky Sports, we begin with a contest this evening of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the flyweight championship of Great Britain and the Commonwealth. Between introducing the boxers, firstly in the red corner, wearing the black trunks and coming from Bury, he weighed in at 7 stone 13.5 pounds. His professional record is he is undefeated in 13 contests, 9 wins coming by way of KO, and comes to the ring as the current flyweight champion of Great Britain. Please welcome Ady Lewis. Across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the green and black trunks, coming from Liverpool and weighing in at 7 stone 13 pounds. From his 13 professional contests, he has 12 wins, 6 by way of KO with 1 draw, and is the current flyweight champion of the Commonwealth, Liverpool's own culshaw. Your officials for this contest appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control, the steward in charge, Mr. Dennis Lockton, the timekeeper, Mr. Colin Roberts, and the referee, Mr. Mickey Van from Leeds.
Preliminaries almost complete then. Our commentary team at ringside tonight, Glenn McCrory and first Ian Darr.
Well, this should be an absolutely cracking fight here.
Championship of Great Britain and the Commonwealth.
Even money about who's going to win it. Culshaw in the green trunks with massive support here, not so very far from his home base of Liverpool. And the little man who calls himself the Mighty Atom, the British champion, Ady Lewis. 2 genuinely talented young fighters, both of their titles on the line here. British champion Lewis, Commonwealth champion Culshaw. And this fight has been in the pipeline for some time. And Culshaw already getting in with some decent right hands. He's got a height and reach advantage here, and that's a big problem for Ady Lewis, who will have to get inside and try to bustle him up. But he usually has a good chip, and he's rocked by a right hand, Lewis. Culshaw gets through early, and Lewis is struggling. And again, his knees are buckled, and Lewis is down in round 1. What a start by Culshaw.
That's a fantastic start. Big right hands from Culshaw, and he's already got Lewis in bad trouble. He's going to go straight in, Culshaw, for the finish now.
Digging in body punches as well. Mickey Van takes a close look at Ady Lewis. It's a nightmare start for the little man from Bury here. Culshaw senses he can do the job early, and he might be right. Look at the way Lewis is trying to gather himself, somehow trying to find any kind of foothold in this fight. Can he even get through round 1, Glenn?
Well, it looks hard for him. He looks as if he's just recovered from the first knockdown, and he's starting to get his own punches going, but he needs to put Culshaw onto the back foot a little bit and stop this attack from Culshaw.
Explosive start to this dual championship battle at flyweight. Culshaw full of confidence, and why wouldn't he be? Lewis, slowly you feel his head beginning to clear.
Yes, but he's got to keep those hands up nice and tight. He can't afford to take another big right hand from Culshaw.
He's now cupping the gloves around the head just to get through to the bell to end round 1. Would be an achievement for Lewis after what he's been through in this round, but it looks now increasingly as if he's going to do that. He's coming back very well, Ady Lewis. What guts from him.
He's keeping his hands up well, taking the punches on the gloves. He's starting to get his own punches going now, Lewis.
Lewis beginning to settle down. Culshaw's early storm perhaps beginning to blow itself out. Off balance and left himself open, Lewis. Culshaw not quite able to make him pay.
Culshaw very dangerous with that right hand. Again, he hurt Lewis right at the end of that round.
Massive opening round for Peter Culshaw, the Commonwealth flyweight champion.
This is a very good start from Culshaw. He came out really fired up. This is the first right hand, a big, wide, arcing right hand, right on the jaw. And he was very hurt from that. And this is the knockdown. Again, that sweeping right hand. And then he just follows it up with a couple more punches, and Lewis goes over. That was a tremendous start from Peter Culshaw. He was really fired up, and he threw a lot of good punches, but it was the right hand that did the damage. That big sweeping, arcing right hand. That was a tremendous round for him.
Ady Lewis needed all his resilience. He's got a good chin, and he took several punches before he went to the canvas. By the way, mandatory 8 counts now in Britain. This is the first time you'll have seen that on Sky Television. They've recently come into effect. Culshaw, remember, in green, 4 feet 10.5 inch. Ady Lewis, the smallest professional boxer in Britain, in the black shorts.
Well, I think we all thought that Culshaw would come out to use his boxing skills, to use his height and reach advantage, but he come out throwing these big punches right from the start. He really wants to make a fight of it.
Really jumped on Lewis early on. Culshaw produced a tremendous right hand the night he won the Commonwealth title against Daniel Ward of South Africa. A shock win that. Did it in the 3rd round, and Ward had never been stopped before. So Culshaw does have the power when he gets the timing right. And Lewis has already found that out to his cost.
Well, Lewis has to try and get inside of these long arms, and he's got to work when he's in there. Really got to try and punish the body of Culshaw.
I'm just thinking what a performance it would be by Ady Lewis if he was to win this fight after the start he had. Don't rule him out.
Well, often fighters can be hurt early when they're just caught a little bit cold. But he's got to now try and get his way back into this fight again.
Ady Lewis is always a very busy, bustling little fighter. Never stops throwing leather for long. And at this moment, in this round anyway, he's just outworking Culshaw.
That's right, he's getting off with the better hooks, he's landing with the better punches. Culshaw, he did a lot in the first round. We're just taking a little bit of a breather, but he needs to pick up his work rate a bit.
This is a fine comeback from Ady Lewis in round 2. Seems to have got his act together. Only his resilience and conditioning got him through that first round. There's some blood around on the cheek of Culshaw. The left cheek.
I think that's just a bit of damage to the nose, which has smeared the blood there. But this is good work now from Ady Lewis, who's starting to punish the body.
Culshaw still finding the occasional eye-catching punch, but I would estimate in this round that Lewis is probably outworking him 3 punches to 1. Gritty little competitor, the British champion. And that was Lewis's round, I
feel. Why not call now for a hot and fresh Domino's pizza with our delicious melted cheese baked